is in the house tonight. So we begin this evening with a story from the Bible. Now the Bible sometimes reads like an episode from Days of Our Lives. What is the evil Satano up to today? And other times it reads like an episode from Game of Thrones. This story is one of those episodes. In the book of Kings, we meet the prophet Elijah. And Elijah is having a grand old time. He has been tasked with going to the kingdom of Israel and converting everyone to Yahweh. In order to make this happen, he goes head to head with the prophets of Baal. And the 450 prophets of Baal and lowly one Elijah have a standoff. Which God is bigger? And so they lay some sacrificial meat upon a pile of wood. And they pray to their gods to light the wood, to burn the offering. Now Elijah is one cocky SOB. He even lets the prophets of Baal go first. He says, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm going to be over here. Just over here. Yeah, go pray. And they do. All 450 prophets of Baal pray all morning, noon, and night. But nothing. Elijah is so cocky that he walks up to the prophets and goes, so, hey, where's your God? Is he asleep? Is he off relieving himself? What's he doing? Oh, he's got something better to do than listen to your prayers? Well, it's safe to say that Elijah prayed to God to light the wood, which I might add, the prophets of Baal put water on, cheating, and the wood caught fire. The water-soaked wood caught fire, and then it turned into the red wedding. Because Elijah took all 450 of those prophets down to the riverbank and he killed them! All of them! Himself! Killed them! Because they were false prophets. Then of course Queen Jezebel heard that she lost all 450 of her prophets and she was not happy. It was a bad day for her. And so she decided to send a passive-aggressive note. Dear Elijah, in 24 hours, I'm gonna kill you. I won't do it personally. I will have others do it, but do it they shall. You will be dead. Now, when Elijah stood up and against the prophets of Baal, he assumed that when he won and demonstrated the might of Yahweh, that the people of Israel would flock to convert to his ways. They were not amused. They didn't care. They didn't convert. And then all of a sudden he gets this note in the mail that tells him that he's going to be killed in 24 hours. And so what did he do? What did the mighty prophet of God do? He ran away. He fled. He was like, bah! I ain't staying around for this. And he fled into the wilderness even though he was God's cherished prophet, even though God had used him for a number of miracles, including raising the dead. And he moved into fear, and he fled, and he went into the wilderness, and he cried up to the heavens, God, I am a failure. I am an utter failure. Take my life. I don't want it anymore. I am so weary. I am so tired. I am done. Just kill me. And under a juniper tree, he fell asleep, and he was visited by an angel who awoke him and said, "Eat and sleep." And so he did. And the second night he awoke and was visited by an angel who told him to eat. Now that's my kind of touch by an angel. Chris, I'm here to fortify you. Eat. Guess what? I am thy humble servant. I shall do. Oh, you want me to sleep too? Pray to you all the damn day. The angel has instructions for Elijah. And he says you are to go across the desert, traveling for 40 days and 40 nights. To which Elijah said, "Oh no. No way, Yahweh! I remember the last time you sent somebody in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. I ain't going out like that." As you can tell, this is a very loose telling of the story. And the angel said it was different this time. It was different. Be nourished. Go. Go to Mount Sinai, and the Lord has some words for you. And so fortified, Elijah treks across the desert, only full off of the food the angel gave him, which in hindsight, if he had known that, he would have packed a doggy bag. And he makes it to the mountain on time. And in a cave at the base of the mountain, Elijah is visited by the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit asks, "What are you doing?" Ooh, and Elijah was in it. Oh, he threw a temper tantrum. He was like, "Holy Spirit, they defy you in the kingdom of Israel. They break all your covenants. They destroy your altars. They don't believe in you. I'm the only one doing this work." Not true. "And now they want to kill me. I'm done. This is bullcrap. I'm over it." And the Holy Spirit says, "Climb to the top of the mountain, and the Lord will appear to you and give you word." To which Elijah, of course, responds, "Man, can't God just talk to me here, freaking cross the desert, and now you want me to go up a mountain? No, it's fine, it's great, it's the journey, yeah, I love it." Okay, so Elijah scales the mountain. He arrives at the top. And then a mighty wind begins to bellow. And it blows rocks off of the mountain, but Elijah notices that in that wind, God is not there. And then Elijah feels the earth begin to quake beneath him. But God is not in that earthquake. And then fire erupts from the sky. But God is not in that fire. And after the fire, there is what is described a terrible silence. And in that terrible silence, Elijah feels the presence of the Lord. And in a gentle whisper, the Lord speaks to Elijah. "What are you doing here?" And when Elijah once again unburdens his heart of all the calamities that he has experienced, God puts him to work. That's not the end of the story of Elijah. There's a few other fabulous things that happens to him along the way. But I love the story of Elijah. One, because it demonstrates that God is a sassy mofo. Elijah a question, he then scales a mountain only to be asked the same question. But this time Elijah was actually listening. He heard it differently. Now, Jesus is my homeboy, but Elijah's my spirit animal. Does anybody connect with that story? Has anyone witnessed themselves the miracles of spirit? Has anyone here been used as a vessel for God's work? And you're riding that high. You're special. You're chosen. You're anointed. And then you crash into a massive spiritual depression that makes you question everything you have ever done, all of your choices, everything about you, and you just want to give up. You just want to be done. You are so weary. You are so tired. You think, I cannot take any more. God, just take me. Just take me and be done with it.